This is Kerrigan and Company. Why have a job when you can have a purpose? When you work for the Northeast Arc, you're joining a team dedicated to creating inclusive communities for people with disabilities. As an organization that supports more than 10,000 people each year, it's easy to find a role that fits your skills and passion. Become part of an organization that's been named one of the best employers in Massachusetts. Visit nearc.org/careers now to view job opportunities and apply. That's nearc.org/careers. We've got two funny ladies and one important issue on this episode of Kerrigan and Company.
Kerrigan and Company is here for you. Yes, Kerrigan and Company is here for you.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Kerrigan and Company. So good to have you with us today. So if you like to laugh, then I've got a great episode for you here, I have to tell you. Joining me, keeping me company today is a lady that you know very well. She has come into our living rooms, into our bedrooms, to our kitchens a lot. And she came as a reporter and an anchor for WCVB. She was always working for consumers. She has been a good friend of mine for a lot of years. She has been a real supporter of Kim Kerrigan, and I've appreciated that so much. I am so happy to have Susan Wornick with me today. How are you, my friend?
Oh, my goodness.
It's so good to see
I
you.
Should say thank you and goodbye. I mean, I'll never live up to that great opening.
Well, of course you will.
Thank you.
Of course you will.
I'm thrilled to be here. I'm so excited to be here.
You know, when we had the opportunity to meet right at the door, and it was just, from that moment forward, it's just like a,
I know what you thought.
Last time I saw you was yesterday.
You thought, doesn't she look great?
Well, that I did. And I told you that.
Well, and most people just think I'm dead.
Oh,
so
Susan.
They have confused me with other people who were on TV, like Suzanne Summers, who, a moment of silence, she's a wonderful actress and comedian. But people think Suzanne. I mean, I have been in airports, and this happened recently, where a woman came up to me and just went, "Oh, my God, and I went, "Susan Wornick," and she said, "Still alive." And I was like, "Yeah, I am. Yeah."
Oh, Susan. Well, how long has it been since you left television here?
About 11 years.
Has it been that long?
Organized television.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Left my full-time job about 11 years ago.
And how long were you in the marketplace living after that full-time?
Not very long, actually, because I went down to Florida with my mom. Mm-hmm. A lot of people remember my mom, and they're so great about asking, and this is kind of funny, too. So another woman I ran into recently said, "Oh, Susan, I used to watch you on television, and you always talked about your mom." And she was, 103? And I said, "Yes," and that was true. She said, "God, that was so long ago. How is she now?" And I mean, I just didn't even know what to say. I said, "Well,
better.
Her memory is wonderful in a better place, that's for sure."
Right, absolutely. Yeah. You know, I remember one of my favorite stories, mom stories. I don't know where you and I were, but we were together somewhere, and you said to me, "My mom wants me to get my hair cut."
Ugh. My mom and Oprah, both of them were two pains in my neck. And if she could see me now.
Well, sometimes, moms, that's their job. You know that, right? It's their job.
What she would do, I would do, Kim, what I thought was the best investigative reporting of my entire career. And I'd get off the air and I'd walk into the newsroom and they'd say, "Your mom's on the phone." And "Hi, Mom." And she'd say to me, "You like your hair like that? Don't they have mirrors over there at that Channel 5? You tell those people, get you a mirror." And I know there are people that are watching us right now who are saying, "You go, Myrna, that's right. What did she think with the hair?" The problem is, who has time for hair? Who has time? We have no
time. Listen, every mom is that way. I remember very early in my career, same situation, I got a call. It was Mom, and she said to me, "That was so great, honey. I don't believe that I'd ever wear that lipstick again." It's like, okay,
So what are you thinking?
Right.
And I finally used to say to my mother, I do it just to piss you off.
Right.
Really,
Well, after a while, I think you do. You can't help it, right? When you sit down in the chair to have your hair done, you think, well, what would Mom really not like here?
Yeah, well, the time I was on Oprah, which was back in the 80s, I think, she did this show about anchor makeovers.
Yeah.
And they asked me from Channel 5, would I come from the Boston market? And they first asked Natalie. And Natalie said, oh, I'm not doing that. No, that's ridiculous. It's demeaning. It's like, and they said, Susan, would you do it? I'm like, I'm all over that. You bet I will.
Absolutely, sign me up.
Absolutely. And I got there, and she wanted to cut my hair. And I actually said to them, I will come on the show, and you can do anything you want. You can break my nose, and I hope you do. But you're not cutting my hair. So they knew that going in. And then I think she thought I would relent, but I didn't. And so it's been a struggle for a long time.
Well, it looks great.
Oh,
And you
thank you.
look great. You live full-time in Florida, but you're here in New England a lot, because you're still so involved with a lot of charities here. You still do all that great work.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. I always say I know I have a shelf life, but I haven't expired yet. And people keep inviting me to come up and do charity events, and as long as they ask, I'm thrilled to do it. And so, yes, especially this time of the year and in the spring, as you know, because you do so much, that's when we have all of our big events. And that's why I'm here this week and love to do it. And I'm so thrilled and honored and proud that I'm still asked.
Well, listen, you have been an icon in this marketplace for a long time, and I don't use that word lightly. Now, there's a lot of people who have been in the market. Not a lot of them have been icons. And tell me about your experience in Florida. A lot of New Englanders move that direction. Do you find that you're recognized a lot there as a result? Yeah,
it's kind of funny. The story that I mentioned before, sometimes people will see me and they're not sure why they know me, and they'll just go, hey, you are, and one time I said, Susan Wornick, and she said, no, you're the other one. And I say, I'm the other one. All right, but it's funny what people say, but they do, and it's wonderful. It's like a gift, the people, and the ultimate compliment. Although my husband Rich and I, we do call it Flora. A lot, because it's a whole different lifestyle. It's a whole different mentality. Nobody's really rushing around, and you call someone and you say, would you come and take down a tree? Yeah. When can you do it? Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe Thursday? Well, maybe. I mean, but it's very different.
Yeah.
But we do love it.
And being a Bostonian, that's just
very
tough. Right?
Very different.
Exactly.
Right. But the weather's very nice.
Oh, yes, I know it is.
We like the weather.
You just happen to be here when it's getting cold, too. So tell me about life not working like that full time anymore. I mean, do you miss it? When you think about TV and you think about the reporting and all the great stuff that you uncovered through the years and the people do you miss that part?
No. I miss the people. I have wonderful memories. I have terrific stories that I love to bore my husband with. But I don't think I actually would want to be reporting right now. It would be too frustrating. Recently there was a story in the Globe about how budgets are being cut, staff cut, and happily, gladly, Channel 5 was not one listed because, as you know, my alma mater, that's the only station I ever worked for, with all due respect to
which is amazing.
Other stations in town, which are all great. I, of course, believe that Channel 5 is the best. But I would not want to be in that situation now where I had a lot more that I had to do and no resources. Mm-hmm. And I'm lucky to, and happy to say that would not apparently be the case at Channel 5 and is not the case now. But I just, there's so much heartache in the world right now that I'm just glad to be in Florida doing what I can with my charities, raising money where it's important now more than ever. Mm-hmm. You and I were talking about that before we, started the podcast. Yeah. It's important to be doing that work, and I'm thrilled to be able to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a tough world. And, I think sometimes it's just me who thinks that, but then I start to talk to people and it's not just me. It's a tough world. And TV business and news business as a whole has really gotten difficult.
And I don't want to have to worry about my hair. There you go. It's not yet ready for primetime hair. I don't want to worry about it anymore.
Isn't it amazing, too? I will say, you spent all those years having to worry about that every day of your life,
Well,
whether
some would
it was
argue I
hair,
didn't.
whether it was hair or it was,
Clothes.
you name it. Yeah, your clothes, that's all such a part of the game. It is sort of a relief to get away from all of that, isn't it?
I used to be known when I anchored the midday news for the necklaces that I wore. And people would say to me, I just tune in to see your necklace. And I would say, I don't care if you turn the volume down. Just tune in. It didn't matter to me. But it was really interesting because that is something that became kind of known and I became known for. And people said to me, well, why'd you do it? Why would you wear those big necklaces? And it was because it was a time when the industry was changing and some of the other anchors were choosing different styles in terms of their clothing, and I was never going to go in that direction. So if I had to become known for something, it was not going to be the dress I wore. But okay, maybe the necklace.
Yeah, I love that. That's so great. Yeah, you have to stand out, that's for sure. And you did an excellent job of doing so. It not only did it make you stand out so people would watch, but once they began to watch, obviously they fell in love with you. I have never been in a room where you've been on a stage and you didn't captivate the audience.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it's true. That's
well,
not me.
Back at you. I mean, back at you.
But I mean, honestly, I never have. It's always been fantastic. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
You've had an interesting life, ma'am.
Think? I know. I'm going to be 76 years old next month.
Don't tell people that because they don't know it and they cannot tell it.
But I'm proud of it. I guess
you should be proud of it.
I just feel like I'm living my best life. I about 8-9 years ago met a wonderful man, Rich Reynolds, and a lot of people on the North Shore know him because he was the lead singer in the group Richie and the Renegades. Yep. And so
Susan, I knew he looked so familiar to me, and I did not know why. Yeah. And now you've just told me why.
Right. So he has his whole world with my whole world from television, and the merger of those two worlds has just been great. And I love to also tell people another great thing for me is that I didn't marry into fame or fortune, but I married into timeshare. And now I really love Aruba. So that's worked out really well for me too, So
this is a tip. This is a tip from Susan Wornick. You don't need to marry into but timeshare.
Timeshare is important. But that's the irony. When I was on television all those years saying, be careful about timeshare. They can be ripoffs. Don't go to that, seminar. My husband was buying one, and now I love it. So
he clearly was not paying attention to you when you were saying all those things. Thank goodness, right, at this stage of the game.
We've discussed it. It is an issue. I don't dwell on it, but there is that, Kim.
Well, you said before we got started, and I was going to ask you if it would be okay, but, obviously people here know you as having been married to Bob Lobel.
Who? Yes, absolutely.
And I know the two of you are still dear friends.
Oh, we are such good friends. I mean, we do a lot of charity stuff together. He's got this wonderful girlfriend, Dee Dee O'Brien, with whom I fixed him up. I'm very proud of that. And we talk regularly. And he's a great guy. We were excellent friends always. We were not good marital partners, but the friendship has absolutely been important to both of our lives.
Why do you think it's important to stay in touch with someone that you were married to and now?
I don't think it always is.
Yeah.
But in my case and in that case, it definitely was because we shared so much. And Rich and Bob are good friends now, too. Yeah. And it's so cute because Rich has a picture of when his son was 7 years old being here at the Garden, and the picture is him introducing his child to Bob Lobel.
Yep.
And it's just great, and he showed me the picture of Bob and Richie Jr., and I said, God, Richie is so small. And who's the guy with him? Because he looks vaguely familiar. But people really, it's funny, people ask me all the time when they see me, how is Bob? And I love to be able to say, well, I know he was a guest with you not too long ago. He's great. He's doing great.
Yeah. It's so great that the two of you have stayed in touch and are such good friends. I think that's a wonder. It speaks volumes about you and about him, I think.
Thank you.
People here in the marketplace appreciate that. I think they really do, because both of you are a friend to people here, so that's really important.
Well, thanks for mentioning it.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're in Florida, what's going on? What are you doing? People want to know. When you're not doing charity things, what are you doing?
It's so funny. People say, so you're retired. What do you do all day? I don't know. I don't know, We are involved in some charities in Florida. Yeah. Channel 5 has a sister station down there, WPBF in West Palm Beach. So I do some things for them. If there is some unusual weather, then they get me on the phone or they get me on the air somehow. And we just usually spend our time, I think now more than ever, connecting with other people who you love, friends and family. And as I mentioned, Richie Jr. and his family, they're down in Delray, not far from us.
Fantastic.
And you'd be amazed at how many Bostonians are down there.
I'm sure.
So we have a great little circle of expatriates. And we travel. We love to travel.
Great. Well, you look terrific, and I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you said that you would keep me company. We're going to have, in just a couple of minutes here, a funny lady that I think everybody's going to really enjoy, and then we'll follow that up with a wonderful guest, and it's a representative from a charity that's very
Bridges
near
Homeward.
and dear to Susan's heart, and we're going to talk about adoption in the state, which is so important. So that's what's coming your way. You do not want to miss it, everybody. Susan Wornick is keeping me company today, so stay with us. This is Kerrigan & Company.
Since 1989, more than 1 million New Englanders have come to Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater to see A Christmas Carol live on stage from December 4th through December 21st only. Tickets at nsmt.org.
This holiday season, you can find gifts worth giving at Parcels from Northeast Arc. This unique gift shop features products from across the United States and around the world, all made by people with disabilities or autism. I'm lucky enough to own several items from the store, including pottery and jewelry. The quality is incredible, and I love being able to support artists and entrepreneurs with diverse abilities. You can shop in-store at the Liberty Tree Mall or online at parcelsgifts.com. Shop online using the code KIM10 to save 10% on your purchase through December the 25th. This segment of Kerrigan & Company is brought to you by Lucia Lighting and Design, where people in the know go for the best possible lighting and design experience. Welcome back, everybody, to Kerrigan & Company. Oh, boy. We're trying to get back on the air here, but these two ladies I have with me, it's difficult to do so. Obviously, Susan Wornick is keeping me company today, and she is one of the funniest ladies I know until our guest arrived.
What?
And then Kelly McFarland arrived, the comedian.
Kelly, we don't even need her.
No.
We don't really need her.
See, this is the problem.
Kim, take 5.
I know,
Yeah,
they put
we're
you
good.
guys at the end of the table.
We're good.
I know. We are very
We're
close to
good.
each other, and
Correct.
you're like way over there now. I'm like, nice to meet you. So tell me everything. What have you been up to?
I know.
But Kelly, you and I are dressed alike, for God's sakes.
I know.
thought that, because we were twins, you'd at least take up a little bit from
I
me.
mean, we kind of do look a little like twinsy.
Except
You
you
look
have
nothing
great
alike.
hair and I don't, so there you go.
Not true. Your hair's fantastic. Mine is dry
Susan,
shampoo
I
and
can't get-
exhaustion.
Dry shampoo. I can't get into this conversation about hair.
Oh, please.
Kelly, it's so good to have you.
Thank
Thanks
you for
being
having
here.
me.
You guys have done things together before,
We
which is really cool.
Many times.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not always in court either. Or on a
Yeah.
court. We're not on a court.
Both?
We're not really athletes.
No,
We're not.
I'm a pickleball kind of gal.
Like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, pickleball's ridiculous. I love it, though.
know.
Do you play?
Take a good look.
I mean, you're pretty smoking.
You want to know what I play? No. Not even bingo, even though I live in Florida. Not even that. I
raising.
play nothing.
A dauber. Yeah.
Play nothing.
Kelly is a woman who, I got to tell you, I was looking. First off, let me just say, I'm looking at your bookings coming up. You're like you're a huge star everywhere.
Oh my gosh!
You've got
Tell
bookings
everyone. Yeah, no one knows. Tell them. Yeah,
That's not true. They do know. They do, and you've got a fabulous special coming up.
I do.
It's going to drop later in the month.
I do. I recorded Well, look, I don't have to tell either of you, right? It's like when you're a woman and you're working your way through whatever. I mean, you two are famous. I'm just out there slinging stories. I was like, I'm going to do a special. I'm going to just pay for it. I'm going to dump some money in it. I'm going to record it myself. I'm going to make it exactly the way I want it. And so I did earlier this year, and it comes out on the 30th of November.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Where's it broadcast?
So
Where can we watch it?
So I filmed it up at the Cabot in Beverly, the Cabot Theater. It was such a great night, and it's going to be on YouTube. I didn't even shop it, to be honest with you. So if you're listening and you would like to purchase it before the 30th, please let me know. We have a child in college. No, we do. But no, I just really wanted something that I owned it, and I made it myself, and I feel really proud of it, and it's very authentically me.
I've seen your show many times and have been thrilled and proud to be somebody who's introduced you. And afterwards, the crowd has said how great you are.
Well.
You're different. And that is the part that is so, you're unique.
Thank you.
And to what do you attribute that?
Well, I mean, I think it starts when I was a baby comedian, because now I'm like over 25 years, which is so weird. It flies by like that, doesn't it?
It does.
It's crazy.
I get that.
And when I was a baby comedian, it was like I was pretending to be a comedian. I was not really being myself. I was doing what I thought a comedian should be doing. And I'll never forget, I was probably a year and a half in, and I was going to open for Tony V, the Prince of Boston. And we were driving in the car. We go to the gig, and I did fine. It was fine. And then we were on our way back, and we were just talking and sharing stories and being silly. And he said, "May I say something to you without you taking it the wrong way?" And I said, "I don't know." And he, because when someone says that, you're like, I don't know.
I'm not sure how I'm going to take this.
Right? And he said, "If you would just be this when you're on stage, you're going to be fine. You are so just naturally funny when you're just being yourself. Just be this little weirdo on stage and you'll be fine." Yeah, because I am. I'm a little bit of a weirdo. My brain works I see things differently. And so I really took that and just ran with it. So I think I'm just not scared to say what I'm thinking. And
what are you thinking right now?
What I'm thinking right now is...
She's hoping you don't take it offense.
Do you really want to know what I'm thinking? Do you really want to know?
No, maybe not.
No, you do.
I do.
I am trying to figure out
who I am.
No, I know who you are. I've known you for a long time, and you're wonderful.
She grew up watching me.
I want to know, seriously, what mascara are you wearing? I know that's so silly and weird, but I can multitask. That's how it works in here. There's tons of stuff going on right now.
I can see that.
So it's currently mascara. Then I was thinking about your jacket because it's so good.
So this will probably blow you away. I have no mascara on. Because I'm
going to flip a table.
Eyelashes.
Oh.
The entire time she and I were chatting face to face, I was thinking, I can't believe that she got up this morning and put her lashes on, which is so impressive.
No. A woman is putting her kids through college because of my eyelashes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's very true. Right. Well, they're gorgeous.
Right. Maybe we're in the wrong business.
I think maybe.
I don't know.
No.
You could be like the traveling comedian lashologist.
Lashologist. I love it.
But anyway, thank you for noticing.
Yes.
All right, so let me ask you a couple of questions just because I think people are always, interested because I think the comedians, I say this to every comedian I meet. First off, comedians are really, really smart people.
Genius.
They're so smart because, honestly, because your mind is working overtime, and that becomes
7th grade science teacher. That.
You've hit the nail on the head. 7th grade science.
Right. Exactly.
But tell me what made you decide that this is the direction you want to go, because it's really hard, and I think it's really hard for a woman. Yeah. I think men. It's the Good Old Boys Network, and some women are allowed in.
Well, yeah. No, say your thing. Because I know
you just did. It was amen.
It was amen. Yeah, I don't know. There are moments where I'm not sure how I got here, to be honest. And that I know probably isn't very inspiring, right? Because you want to be like, I knew my path and I was on it. I grew up like a singing and dancing kid and like theater, and I really loved that. But what we quickly found out was that I couldn't do anything and be serious. So like I was falling over tables and like doing pratfalls and like just anything to get a laugh, anything. So when I hit my 20s, I did stand up on a dare. A friend of mine was like, you should do stand up. Just tell some stories, see if you like it. And I did, and I never looked back, honestly.
Wow. I always say, I was having this conversation when Matt Siegel was here, and he did some shows at the Wilbur.
Yes.
And I was like, what does it, I mean, did someone bet you? Because to walk out there that first time and to do that has to be the most frightening thing in the world. Because it's one thing to walk out there and talk about, the charity that you're here for, and it's another to try to make people laugh. That's hard.
It is hard, and it's the easiest thing I do in my life.
Really?
Because you're a natural. That's
Yeah,
why,
there you go.
It's the most comfortable that I feel,
Yeah, it's
probably most of the time.
And you're your best audience. That's the other
Yeah,
good part about
that's
it.
true.
You enjoy your show as much as the people who are watching you, and that's I mean, people love that.
I
They
love
that
making
about you.
people laugh.
Right.
I
Clearly.
love it so much.
Yeah. And then just like you said, you decided you wanted a show. So you decided, you went and you paid for the show,
Yeah,
and you
you
did
did
the
it.
show, and that's, I mean.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's great. So there's a little known fact about you. I don't know how many
What?
people actually realize this.
Do I know it?
I think you
You're
do.
about to.
I hope so.
I hope it doesn't offend you.
I hope not.
I hope it does. This
I
could
hope
get
it.
really
Is it that I can break dance? Man, I've tried to hide that on the internet. No, go ahead.
So you were on the first season of
Yeah.
The Biggest Loser.
Yes.
Did you know that?
You told me.
You
Yeah.
knew that though.
Yes, I knew it from your show.
Yes. Well, and also, I was on season 1, so we're talking like over 20 years ago now. Yeah. It wasn't even sold yet. Angela Perry called from Boston Casting.
From Boston Casting,
A love.
yeah.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Like just a boss, right? Love.
Have you had her on?
I have, actually.
What a treat. She's great. She called me and was like, we have something. Now listen, we don't think you're fat. And I was like, well, then you need to look at me. Because at the time I was like hefty. I've been like every size all through my life. And I met with the people from it, and they like loved it. And I did do that show. I didn't think it was going to sell. It hadn't even sold when I got picked for it, because I thought, who's going to watch this?
Right.
And then everyone watched
Now, have
it.
you subsequently seen the documentary about it?
I watched episode 1.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm good. I think I'm good.
Yeah, because I wonder if someone, obviously there were a few people who were willing
Yeah.
to talk, and then others who did not. And I just, as somebody who's been on there, I just wondered what your reaction to that. The documentary was not positive.
It was not a positive documentary.
No.
So it was definitely, I mean, I'll dish on it if you want me to. I'm happy to do that.
Well, was it hard? Was it as hard?
It's the hardest thing I've ever physically done,
I bet.
and mentally. And I'm a woman in stand-up comedy, if that tells you anything. It was just one of those things where, like, I didn't know what I was in for. I thought I was going to lose, like, 10 pounds. They told us we'd be gone approximately 10 weeks. I thought, well, I've been in Weight Watchers since I was 10, and I remember
10
being
weeks.
in the church basement and them telling me that 1 to 2 pounds was average. So I'll probably lose 10 pounds and I'll get back into exercise and it'll be fine. And by like week 2, I was down like an insane amount of weight, probably like almost 15 pounds. And my hair was falling out.
I bet.
I was like emotionally just drained because I was so tired. They worked you out from 6 a.m. until 8 p.m. And you didn't even see all of it. And at one point, we were getting into the game. I made it through 6 episodes, which isn't 6 weeks in real life, but 6 episodes. And every morning, we would work out for the cameras. And then I had Bob Harper as my trainer. He would either throw me in the pool, where I would tread water for like a long time, Or I would put on a weighted vest and go hiking we were on a vineyard, a big giant vineyard in Malibu, California. And I would go hiking out by myself because he knew that if he just walked me, then I would drop weight.
Did you cry?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
All the time?
I would cry in the shower because in the shower you didn't have your mic on.
Yeah,
so
the only
I would
place
get in the shower and I would sob because you can't talk to your family. And I would just sob in the shower and then get out and be like, I'm fine. Everything's fine.
I'm funny.
Yeah.
This is
I'm
so
funny.
fun.
Yeah. And I remember when they pulled us all together to tell us they had sold the show to NBC, and everyone was so excited. And I went back to my room and was like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do? I'm on a show, letting it all hang out, being weighed on a meat scale.
Literally.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Right.
And then, I just had to do a little meditation and decide, like, this
Was
is
it shortly thereafter that you took to stand up?
No, I was doing stand-up
You were already
before
doing it.
that. I was already doing stand-up.
Would you do it again?
That's a tough one. Really good question. I feel
We
like...
can wait. We have the studio until what?
Yeah, do you want to wait?
Take your time.
I feel like I would do it again at this age, right? So now I'm 53, and I was just 30 when I did the show.
Yeah.
So I would do it again now. I'm way smarter now.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
I'm tougher
Right.
now. Then
let's
Yeah,
start
30
another
is
show.
tough.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
The show.
I would love that,
How
actually.
about the biggest gainer?
I
That
could
would be
crush
fun.
that.
That would be all over.
Are there donuts?
Yes. Oh my.
Are there
goodness.
Aperol
Don't
Spritz?
start with
I
me.
need to know.
Start with you. You could host it, and we could be your first contestant.
Yes.
I think that would be
I think we're onto
fantastic.
something.
We'll put you.
Yeah.
We'll
I
have
think we're
nicer
doing
scales though than what they did. You're
Please.
right. It
And
will be so
outfits.
and much better.
Better.
Oh my
outfits,
gosh,
for
can I just
sure.
tell you? So they had you bring a bathing suit. And I'm running tiny right now. I'm running tiny, guys, for right
you.
now in
Good.
2025. But at the time, my bathing suit was shorts and like this sailor, like black and white. That's the picture
boy.
on the internet. You want
Amazing.
something fun. You want to see women do get better with age. Google me and Biggest Loser and see me in my sailor suit, bathing suit. I am so hot now. It's crazy.
Well,
and
that's
not
a
because
tough-
I'm little.
I mean, that's tough at 30 too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're young and
30's
God.
young.
It is young.
I was one of the- I
at
was the
30 you don't
oldest
think so,
woman
but
on the
you know.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, you were.
I don't think I was ever 30. I don't. I think I went right from 25 to 65.
Right.
I have no memory.
I don't remember anything.
Yeah.
All right,
really
so
don't.
listen, let's talk about what's going to happen in the future.
Okay.
Obviously, now, on November 30th, that's when it
Yes.
drops on YouTube.
Yes.
So be sure that you check that out. And all you have to do if you go to YouTube is to put Kelly's name in, and
Yeah.
you're going to find it.
Yes.
That's number one. Number two, I wasn't joking. I mean, I look at your schedule. You're all over the country, ma'am.
Yeah. It's fun. I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
Tell us some of the places. you
Yeah,
do.
so I do cruise ships on occasion, so that puts me a lot of places.
Any
is
particular
fun.
line?
Yes, I'm on Princess, MSC, Norwegian.
Great.
That's awesome.
It's fun, I waited a long time to do cruise ships. I always say, oh, and then I gave it. Now that I'm doing it, it's better than if I was younger. I feel like if I was a young comic, I'd be so mad I'm on the cruise ships. Now I'm in my 50s, I'm like telling my husband, this is our retirement plan. Because I don't want to stop working, right?
Yeah,
I never want to stop working. And he's a normal, so he'll stop at some point, and then I'll just drag him with me. I need someone to carry the bags.
I'll do it.
Absolutely.
You want to come with me?
I like cruising.
Do you know how much fun we would have?
Can I tell you something? I like a buffet. I like a buffet.
I love it.
Where else? Where
Okay,
else?
all right.
Biggest gainers. It starts right there on the
Oh
cruise
my
ship.
gosh.
All working out.
Why aren't we? Okay, anyway, put a pin in that. Don't trigger my ADHD. That's a bad plan. Okay, I just was on a ship. Then I was in Erie, Pennsylvania, at a club called Keller's Comedy and Magic last weekend.
What's coming up?
Next week, this week I'm going to Des Moines on Friday, and Saturday I'm in Kansas City with Kathleen Madigan, one of
I
my
love
favorite
Kath. Yeah,
comedians
I
in the
love her.
world and friend. I love her so
Super.
much. So I'm going to have
What
so
about
much
Florida?
fun. Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I should book a Florida.
How about Stewart, Florida?
How about
Come
it?
to our house.
Are you inviting me over because
I am.
Please, everyone,
Kim, let's do it.
make
Let's
a
do
note.
this.
I was
It's
invited.
happening.
Yeah. But
Yes.
listen, can you book that possibly in bad weather? 'Cause
Yes.
That's when we don't want to go till the weather gets
I
really
say
bad.
we go right to Logan right now.
You know what? Let's get a car.
Let's do it.
Can you order an Uber Black?
We don't even need it. Rich is here. My husband. he'll-
Great, we have a car. We have a driver.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love
my gosh. Nailed it.
I know it. I will be by the pool with Aperol Spritz before you know
Oh, please and thank you.
I have one in my pocketbook.
Kelly, I'd never met you. I don't know why. That's
don't
crazy.
either.
It's crazy.
But I'm so glad that I have met you.
too.
And continued
Likewise.
success. It's great fun. And again, November 30th, folks, be sure you check it out on YouTube because she forwarded it to us and we
did.
had the chance to see it. Lots of great jokes. Your poor husband. God bless those husbands.
Everyone says that.
They
I
take.
can't imagine why.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
He's a love man.
Of
He
course
is
he
like
is.
he's just like a snuggle buggle that he gets it. He doesn't care. He sits in the back. He's so happy. Unlike my bestie Christine Hurley, who has Mr. Jimmy Hurley stand,
Oh, God.
he has told me very firmly,
Don't point me out in the
Don't
crowd."
point me out. Don't do it.
Leave them with what they think I am
yes,
versus who I
yes.
really am.
And I had met you before and worked with you before
Yes.
and feel like I've known you for a very long time. And this is just such a thrill for me to be able to co-host this show with Kim because you are
you.
terrific and you do great things
Yeah.
and for charities and for
I
everyone
try.
who
I
asks.
do.
And you're the best. And we just
Thank you.
wish you
all the
all
best.
the best.
Thank
bet.
you
Continued
both.
success.
I
You
love
bet.
that. Thank
In
you.
Florida.
Same. Yes, in Florida.
on cruise ship.
I'm going to let these ladies get their travel plans together. In the meantime, we'll take a break, everybody. This is Kerrigan and Company. The holidays are coming. Is your house ready? If you're like me, you probably want to make some changes before your friends and family arrive to celebrate the season. You might need entirely new lighting, or maybe you just want some new pieces of furniture or some accessories. No matter what you're looking for, my friends at Lucia Lighting and Design in Lynn can help. Start by going to lucialighting.com to take a tour of their beautiful showroom, then make an appointment to see their incredible inventory of in-stock items. That's lucialighting.com. Tell them Kim sent you.
Are you ready for the holidays? There's no better way to enjoy them than with Rumsen's Coffee Nog. And it's so easy to make. In a cocktail shaker filled with ice, gently combine 1 ounce of Rumsen's coffee rum and 3 to 4 ounces of Hood Golden Eggnog or your favorite eggnog. Strain over light ice in a glass of your choice. Yum, yum, yummy. Ask for Rumsen's Rum at your local liquor store today. Rumsen's. Life lived. Life enjoyed.
This segment of Kerrigan and Company is brought to you by Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater. Get your tickets to A Christmas Carol on stage December 4th through December the 21st at nsmt.org. Welcome back, everybody, to Kerrigan and Company. So great that you could be with us. And of course, keeping me company today is Susan Wornick, and we're having way too much fun. Susan, you have to stay forever. Is that a possibility? Can you just stay? Forget this Florida thing.
I believe during the break, folks, I was the one who said, Kim, I'm never leaving. I'm having too much fun. I'm loving this.
You were so kind. We asked you, is there an organization that you would like to highlight while you're here? And you were kind enough to put us in touch with an organization that I think is very near and dear to you. So I want you, first off, to tell us about the organization and who it is, and then we're going to introduce our next guest.
It is now called Bridges Homeward. Mm-hmm. It used to be, for many years, Cambridge Family and Children's Services. Yep. And that pretty much says exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
It is an organization of people who are devoted and dedicated, completely immersed in the thought that families and children need as much help as they can get. And as we know, these days especially, it's difficult.
You bet
so
it
they
is.
provide all kinds of services, including adoption, foster care and adoption, which I think is a great segue to our next guest.
You bet it is. This is Amanda Marks, and Amanda is a foster family social worker with the organization. Thank you so much for coming in.
Well, thank you for having me.
You know what? You guys do yeoman's work, and you do it with not a lot of fanfare.
Or money.
Oh, yeah?
Right. Correct.
So let me just start by saying thank you very much for the things that you do, because that is so appreciated, because there's a whole segment of our population out there that so desperately needs help.
Correct.
And unfortunately, sometimes they don't get the kind of help that they need through maybe state services or some other services like that. Tell us a little bit about what it is you, Amanda, do.
Well, specifically, I work for our family service program, and I am a foster family social worker. So I support a lot of families that have come forward to foster. They may go on to adopt, but most of the families I work with are specifically right now matched with children that are in foster care from here in the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah.
And now more than ever, the need. Right?
Correct. I mean, that's like recruiting is something that we try to do a lot of. We need families. We need families just that have a lot of love and room in their hearts. And the good thing is you don't need to be married. You don't have to own a home. Really, you just have to want to take the first step in getting information and be empathetic and have room in your heart to kind of move forward and get some information.
You just touched on something that I think is crucial for us to spend a couple of minutes on. I bet there are so many people who are watching right now who are thinking, I could never be a foster parent. They wouldn't, because I don't have that house or that income or that. And that's just not true.
Correct.
So talk a little bit more about that.
We don't, those specific specifications, we don't rule anybody out. I mean, obviously we do keep the children's safety in the first, in the forefront of our mind. But we tell people, like, you could be a single parent. You don't, as long as you have some stability, but we're not looking for like a specific income bracket for you to be in and stuff, whether you already have kids, whether you've parented before, none of that really matters. If you're willing to come, we have trainings, we have a great staff that are super supportive through the process and stuff. We're obviously always offering information for people, so if they want to just get on our website, bridgeshomeward.org, just to take that first step to get information, to set up a time to talk to a social worker to see if it's for them.
That's how it starts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's no typical foster parent.
No.
Well, and let me ask you about age, because that's something we didn't mention. I mean, you maybe could have your kids off to college and can bring somebody in and take care of them, correct? We're not necessarily looking for 35-year-olds.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
so it varies there too.
We are open. We need families, and we are willing to talk to people about the process. So
Let me ask you, when you do get into the process, can you select age groups? Because I would imagine it's harder to place maybe some of the older kids than it is
we're
younger.
specifically,
I don't know.
our agency is definitely working with the kids that are more vulnerable, sibling groups, sometimes complex behavioral needs. But yes, it's very much like a two-way. Like we're talking to families, and families are also talking to us about what they feel like they could do or couldn't do. We never want to set up anybody for failure. So we do. You can talk with families about specific ages and stuff that they may be interested in, male versus female, sibling groups, etc. We just ask people to keep an open mind.
Yeah.
One of the things, Kim, that you may not know is that recently it was the National Adoption Day, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But last year, on National Adoption Day, Channel 5 did a story about a 19-year-old who was adopted.
Really?
So you bring up age.
Right.
And, it was a wonderful story, and I'm going to let you tell the story about one of the families that's going to a new family as of this most recent National Adoption Day. But 19 years old. I mean,
it's amazing.
Just wanted a family.
You need a family, right?
And I think that's part of like the core belief behind our mission is that within our agency is that every child, every family, every person really deserves and they should have a permanent, loving, long-term connections and stuff. So that's so that doesn't change whether you're a small little person or whether you're 18, 19 years old. You still want that, and everybody needs that.
At 19, you've aged out of the system.
Sure, absolutely.
So
right.
It's just, I think, an amazing.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great example, a wonderful
great
story.
example.
How many of these foster parents go on to be adoptive parents?
Good question.
You know, I don't have like specific numbers, but what I can tell you is that like our agents specifically, we have families that are just fostering, families that are adopting, and then we also have like a weekend family connections program where there's opportunities for people to mentor kiddos and stuff too. So, I mean, in terms of right now, like for numbers, I think right now, there were 138 families or children that were finalized for adoption on National Adoption Day.
Oh, gosh,
so
that's
that was from
great.
here in Massachusetts.
And how many families through Bridges Homeward?
We had 6 families in Boston that went on. Six children mixed within 3 families that went on to finalize their adoptions on National Adoption Day.
And I just have to talk about one in particular. I mean, they're all amazing stories, but one family, 3 siblings, twins and their little sister.
Yeah, so they came to us probably about a year ago. Twins were with a family that was like an unrelated family, and then there was an infant that was separate, and we were able to identify a family within Bridges Homeward that was willing to, after being presented with information, that was willing to take all 3 children. Didn't all happen all at once. First, the baby was placed after the family had had a visit with the child in the foster home just once, and we placed that baby, I think, right around Thanksgiving last year, and then in January the twins joined their sibling,
that's such a
and they
great
had never
story.
lived together, so it was amazing.
And now they're all one family.
Yeah, and
Right.
they were
Just adopted. I mean,
and they
It's
were
fantastic.
So
love that.
And that's, I mean, we do that work behind every success story is like why we ask for donations and different things, because that's, what we need to do the work that we
absolutely.
I'm so glad you mentioned donations. As unaccustomed as I am to asking for money, I ask for money all the time.
Yay.
But I would love to be able to talk about that for 1 minute.
Sure.
You mentioned state services, budgets. These days, they're all being slashed.
Yep.
I mean, even there were never extravagant budgets. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's always been a need.
Yeah, not in this
Of course.
And now more than ever, so we do have to do a lot of private fundraising. And we do have something coming up that I'd like to pitch.
Please do.
Well, I was going to anyway.
Whether I like it or not.
Did you get that? I was kind of doing that. I was going to do. No, but we
I
do.
love that.
We have a gala. We have a gala coming up on April 30th, and it's
Great.
at Fenway Park next year.
Fun.
And it's going to be a great opportunity for people to come and have fun and learn more about the organization. Because it's important. I mean,
Yeah, it's all about the dollars. It really sometimes is. But having said that, let me ask you another question. We've
sure.
talked about foster parents, but what about adoptive parents? I mean, probably for as many children as you have in the system, you're looking for obviously permanent placements.
Correct.
That's sort of loosened and changed too, hasn't it? The restrictions associated with that. You were saying, foster.
It's very similar. Like they go through the same process as a foster parent stuff.
Yeah.
Too. And so it's like all similar. Like we're not looking for necessarily 2-parent families. We're not. They're obviously, in terms of like whether a family can go on to commit to adopt is different, but the criteria and
What's
stuff.
that process like? How long is that process?
So
That's a great question.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's variable depending on how quickly people turn in paperwork and stuff, because there is like obviously a vetting process where we're doing background checks, looking at physical space and stuff, and then families go through a training.
when you say looking at physical space, the home.
Yes, correct. Just making sure that they have enough space for a child to have their personal belongings and just overall safety too of the home, fire extinguishers, smoke detectors, all those things that we would want the home to be safe to put a child in. And then they also go through a training process too, where it's a course that they take. And then after that, there's a mutual assessment process where a social worker is working with a family, just gather information about their upbringing, what they think about discipline, how their relationships, how they problem solve, how they connect with their natural supports or different supports in their community. If they were to, so it's like a written report, so to say. But it depends. I mean, it definitely depends on how quickly people turn over that paperwork and stuff. But it can take, I'd say, like 6 months to a year to get everything up and running, and then so.
Does religion play a part?
Yeah.
So if we obviously we would ask families to respect a child's religion and stuff, but if you have a specific religious belief but you're still open to supporting whatever a child has, then that's kind of what we're looking for, is that you're able to accept kiddos for who they are and their backgrounds and where they're coming from. And
give us a story. Just give us a story. I know we only have a couple minutes left, but I would love, there are so many great stories, and you know them all. Share one.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of great stories. We, with the other two families that went on to adopt and stuff, I can just say that our agency was instrumental in really connecting the kiddos with their own birth connections too. So when they went on to adopt, the kiddos had not just the families that have adopted them, but they've went on to really make connections with grandparents and other siblings that they didn't have before. Yeah. So that's really, permanency is a huge focus for us, and having those lifetime connections and birth connections.
How long does a child have to be in the system before they're eligible to be adopted? Because obviously the state has certain laws.
So that all depends. Like when children usually first are removed from their homes, usually the goal is reunification, and then an action plan is created to try to see if they can get back with their biological parents or kin or whoever was taking care of them at the time. If that doesn't happen, and their goal is changed to adoption, where they're given a specific amount of time, like the parents, the family that they were removed from are given a specific time to try to meet specific goals, and then if that doesn't happen and they go on to adopt, it's just really a matching process. So it's we would like it to be sooner than later, but the sad reality is there are kids that stay in care with goals of adoption sometimes for years. That's not what we would like to happen, but specifically we see that more with our older kids, bigger sibling groups.
And Kim, I have to tell you that well, I guess I'll call it headquarters, but on Gove Street, where the offices are, they've just completed a renovation of downstairs. It's called the family room.
Yes.
And I mean, literally, it's the family room. Right. And the space that has been created for, hopefully, the reunification, as you said.
Correct. We created like a nice, comfortable space to actually safe light and foster love
and liberty.
Liberty Mutual. They all,
huge donor.
were all instrumental in helping us create a space that made it really comfortable for families to work on those connections.
Yeah. And congratulations, because you've done such an amazing job. She really, honestly,
listen. As I started this, all it's yeoman's work, and I know it's a labor of love.
Yes.
By all of you.
Angels, all of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're not making the big bucks.
No, that's right. You don't do this to become an extremely wealthy person, and we recognize that. You do
we're
this
a passionate
absolutely
group of people over at Bridges Homeward.
And I know that you have so many success stories, and that makes all of us smile. You shared one with us with the twins and then the baby, which is so terrific. April the 30th,
correct?
Fenway
Park. Will you come?
If I could, if you'll send me, if you'll tell me,
we would
absolutely,
love it.
I would love to.
See how I did that?
Yeah, you're good at that. You guys are just. This is your thing. I'm like out of place here.
We've sort of done this once or twice. Continued success. Will you please tell everybody again how if they're interested in donating or if they're interested in getting more information, how do they get hold of you guys?
Just call Kim at home.
They can go to our website at bridgeshomeward.org for donations. They can do /donate. We're always looking for, even if you wanted just some information, come our way. We would be happy to point you in the direction. All you need is a heart and love, and we'll steer you in the right direction. Yeah.
BridgesHomeward.com.
.org.
Let's do it again. BridgesHomeward.org. Terrific.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
So very much appreciate you being here, Amanda.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a break. We'll wrap things up on the other side. This is Kerrigan & Company.
Since 1989, more than 1 million New Englanders have come to Bill Haney's North Shore Music Theater to see A Christmas Carol live on stage from December 4th through December 21st only. Tickets at nsmt.org.
As we get older, collagen production in our bodies decreases, causing us to lose elasticity in our skin, which causes sagging and wrinkles. Our friends at Sienna Aesthetics Medical Spa in Beverly know that those problems are associated with looking and feeling older. Now they're offering an advanced treatment combo that can change everything. Microneedling with radio frequency energy will tighten your skin, smooth the texture, and boost collagen, all with minimal downtime. Imagine the holidays with your skin tighter, smoother, and more radiant. Set up an appointment to hear more about the combo treatment today. Go to siennaaesthetics.com. That's siennaaesthetics.com. This segment of Kerrigan and Company is brought to you by Sienna Aesthetics Medical Spa. Take years off your face with the very latest technologies at Sienna Aesthetics in Beverly. It's that time of the show that we wrap things up, and boy, this has been a good one.
I don't want to leave.
Susan Wornick is with me. This has been so much fun.
This is for me. This is the best. You asked me earlier, do I miss it? I miss this. I miss seeing you more regularly, and I miss this. This has been wonderful for me.
Yeah,
Thank you
been
so
a lot of fun.
much
I'm
for
so glad
having
that
me.
you've been here. It's been such a treat to have you here.
Thank you.
And I've had the opportunity to meet your wonderful husband, who now I recognize as a former. Does he do much music anymore?
Oh, he sings all the time. As a matter of fact, he happens to be standing over there, and I bet if you asked him, he'd be, I'm running to Paris.
He'd break into song for us.
He always does, yeah.
Well, it's so good to have both of you here in the studio. We do this thing called Fast Five, which is rapid fire questions. There's 5 of them. We try to get them answered in 30 seconds. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Who's your favorite comedian?
Kelly McFarland.
Good answer. What do you love most about living in Florida?
The weather.
What's your favorite song by Richie and the Renegades?
Oh, all of them.
Do you don't have a favorite?
I love them all.
Richie's Renegades.
I love them all, truly.
I see mouthing. There's one.
In my life is not by Richie and the Renegades. The other Richie and the Renegades, the Beatles.
What's your favorite holiday tradition?
Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Being with family.
Yeah. Christmas Eve is my favorite day of the year, too.
Especially for a Jewish girl.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's all right. And if you wrote your own autobiography, what would you title it?
Being with Kim Kerrigan.
You would not.
I tried harder.
Yeah, I like that. That's really, really great. Yeah.
She meant well. I meant well. I tried harder.
I thought you were going to say, is she still alive?
Well, if I wrote my own biography, it might kill me.
Yeah.
So
no kidding.
Yeah.
Listen, it would, because I know, I wish that you could stay for another hour, because then we would just start to get into all the stories.
I can.
There are stories galore.
Yeah, we do have stories and pictures with the stories.
Yeah, so we'll do it another time.
I'd love it.
Yeah,
I would
we'll
love
absolutely do it another time.
I think we should do it from Florida.
That'd be fine, too.
I think you should come to Florida. Take this show on the road, baby.
I'd like to take it on the road. As I said to you, I love living here, but late January to mid-March gets a little tough. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
but give me 1 minute, please. People love you, Kim.
Oh, gosh.
And they do. They do, as evidenced by the fact that you've got this great show and that it's sponsored. And, I mean, people want to see you and they want to know what you're doing. And you give a voice to so many people who might not have that voice. And there's nothing more important than that. And you have taken your celebrity in a wonderful direction.
Well, thank you.
And that's giving back to the community. And it's wonderful for me to be able to tell you that in person in front of your audience.
Well, I appreciate that more than I can say. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for all that you do. And thank you for taking some time for me today. Okay.
Loved every minute.
Mwah.
Mwah.
If you're listening on social media, then we would ask you to follow us, and we would also ask you to subscribe over there on YouTube. Susan Wornick has been keeping me company today, and it has been a treat. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody, for listening to Kerrigan & Company. To find out who will keep me company and be my co-host on the next episode, be sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok. Kerrigan & Company is recorded at the Big Night Studios at the TD Garden in Boston. You can view the podcast on YouTube and listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure you tell a friend. The executive producer of Kerrigan & Company is David Thompson, and our social media managers are Grace Kerrigan, Colby Thompson, and Riley Thompson. See you next time.